Yo, big up to Mandem in the building. What's going on, my people? How y'all doing? Happy hump day. Hope everybody's week is going well already. Big up to all of you guys in the building. Thank you so much. Please share, subscribe, like. Don't forget that notification bell. Very important so you get notified when we come on. Big out to all of you guys. As I said, I hope all of you guys are doing well. Big up to T-Dub in the building. We got Clive is in the building. How you doing, my people? Good to see you, people. Good to see you. Hope everybody's doing well. Like I said earlier, most importantly, health is more important than anything else. So hope you and your family are doing great. We're going to be talking about Liverpool today. The future of Liverpool, the new era of Liverpool. Personally, I believe it has begun. It has begun. We already have some of the new era players already at the club. And of course, before the transfer window shut, we made an acquisition by the name of Jeremy Jacquet. I feel like he is a very good up-and-coming center back. He's not the finished article yet. You know, some people want to act like he's the next Van Dijk. But please, he's just, 20 years old? Give him time. Give him time. Give him time. And then, of course, the haters will tell you that you have wasted your money on unproven talent. It always amazes me when people say that when the club that acquires such talent, it's not their club. It's not their favorite club. Then all of a sudden, the player is unproven and he's 19 years old. I think he's just turned 20 or about to turn 20. Of course, he's unproven. Messi at 19 still was getting haters. And everybody think that as soon as you come from your mother's womb, you should be and have done everything that all these players have already done. What do we call it? Experience. Can the player at least get a chance to prove himself? Virgil van Dijk, people said he was overweight. People said he was too slow. A lot of clubs passed him. He ended up at Celtic, all the way by way of, then ended up at Southampton. And I quite remember when he came to Liverpool, and even Jamie Carragher called him that he's overweight. Now we know why he doesn't like Jamie Carragher that much. And nothing to do with Jamie Carragher, most of his outlandish comments of football analysis is because he called him overweight. I remember that. And ever since then, Virgil has never been kind to that fella. I don't agree with Jamie Carragher 99% of the time, but once in a while, that makes sense. But back to what I'm saying. Jeremy Jacquet is a young up-and-coming player. A lot of clubs were sorting him. I'm sorting after him. But it's always amazing when your club don't get him, then all of a sudden you wasted your money. Who is this guy? If you don't know, go do your homework. I'll be honest, I didn't know much about him. I don't watch League 1 like I used to. I guess maybe because Mbappe is not there anymore. But big up to Irishman. He's in the building. Let me know if you're available, brother. I'll send you the link. Aziz is in the house. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Glad that all you guys are doing well. So this to the haters. Keep on hating. But I think this kid is gonna be something to. He has the qualities. He's fast. He can jump. I mean, he's a big boy. Still young. He's still growing. He's gonna grow into his grown-up body. He reads the game very well, and I think that's the reason why Liverpool went after him. We don't just go after defenders who just physical sliding left and right, the old school style. Nah, this kid is read the game very well. He put himself in the right positions. He doesn't make rough for a kid that young. He does not make rash decisions. He doesn't go down every single time, which is usually what young center backs or young defenders usually do. So the kid is on the right track. He would need more mentorship, more people to guide him properly. Now, coming to Liverpool, he has already done that by going, being led by the GOAT of center backs in the entire EPL. I said it. He is one of the GOATs to ever play that position. If you want to argue, go argue. If you are not Paulo Maldini, go argue with your mama. But as I'm saying, he is coming to a club where the best center back of all time is there in the EPL. The best center back in the EPL is there ever in the EPL. He is one of the greatest of all time, meaning I'm not saying he is, but he is one of them. When Paulo Maldini tells you you are one of them, you are one of them. So he will get a lot of leadership, mentorship from Virgil. Now, the other side is who is going to be managing him. That is the question for the new era. That I see the new era already being started. I see the players that we got. We got Verts, we got Kitike, we got Kirkers, we got Frimpong. All right. Szoboszlai, personally, I think Szoboszlai is going to be the leader of these players in the very near future. None of this foolishness he's talking about. The contract is he's using the same tactics as Mo Salah and what's the name, Ibu about contract. But I'm pretty sure he will sign. If he doesn't sign, then the club should do the right thing and sell him sooner than later. We don't need to waste our time on players who do not want to sign a new contract at Liverpool. Now, we cannot just put it on the players. Who is going to be the manager? Is the manager going to bring success? We don't want success every 10 years or every 5 years or every so long down the road type of success. We want consistent success. So again, who is going to be the one leading this new era of Liverpool players? Right? That's the question that we need to talk about. That is what I believe is going to make the Liverpool's new era. Because let's be honest, Salah, done. Virgil, done. Robo, done. Who else? I think Gakpo might be on that side too. He might move on. All right, Alisson. Listen, maybe a year after the World Cup, he might finish his contract at Liverpool. So we know in his department, he already have his successor, which is Mamajashvili. I mean, rumors are Liverpool's gonna spend 50 million on the Sunderland goalkeeper. Yeah, that's wishful thinking. But let me shout out some of the people. What are you saying, brother? He said, remember Virgil cooked Jamie when he said, Jamie don't get into the Liverpool team? Why do you think he said it? Yeah, I'm telling you, Virgil has never liked Jamie ever since he called him fat. Yes. Big up to Mandem. MK2 is in the building. He said this kid also has young ACLs. What does that mean? Oh, meaning his growth. Yes. He's not done yet. He's going to grow. People, that's the thing with Liverpool fans. Just because a kid is coming to Liverpool, you have to give him time. We keep telling you people, give this kid time. But yet, you and your rival fans will like to banter each other, and you start you think that everybody is a finished article. Now you could criticize a kid, that's fine, because constructive criticism is good. That's how they learn. Hence the reason why when you're good enough, you're old enough. You should be able to take it. But it has to make sense. Big up to Paul. Paul is in the building. Thank you, brother. Thank you that you are here. Hope everybody's doing well. Maka is slow. I don't know if Maka is, yeah, he may not have the top speed. I don't think Enzo Fernandez is faster than that much faster than Maka. I don't think so. I think this year Maka, that groin surgery affected him more than everybody suspected it. And then also he's also probably kind of like taking it easy. World Cup is coming, right? But that's the thing. A lot of people did not anticipate that his injury was going to hold him back for that long. You know? I mean, if you guys remember when Stevie G used to go through that same type of ordeal with his groin side, his groin. It is annoying, and especially being a midfielder, which have you running more than most of the positions. Yeah, you tend to aggravate it. Even though it's healed, even though you've been cleared by the doctors, it doesn't mean it's fully healed. Remember, your muscle rip and tear every time you use it, especially when you use it in such strength. What's the word? As strenuous as super athlete, like professional athlete, use their muscles. You are every day you're ripping and you're ripping and you're ripping. That's the right people who goes to the weight room build muscles. But back to what I was saying, we have a very exciting future right now at Liverpool. I think there's more work to be done. There's more work to be done, meaning we need more players. Simple like that. We need more players. We need, like I showed you a list of players that are going to leave. We have to replace them. Yeah, Kirker's taking over Robo, but Kirker's will need backup. And I don't think it's Robo or Simicas. Jeremy Frimpong on the right side. Bradley. That injury, he twisted that guy. Oh, poor kid. He twisted his knee. Like it's more serious than people anticipated. We see the videos on social media when he came to the stadium. Right? So there is a possibility that we may have to bring in another right back. Just saying, for me, the jacket deal is strange. We won't compete with City for Gehi, but we want to compete with Chelsea for jacket and pay more money for him. Come on, that's too simple, brother. That is too. I don't know why you have your mind going that far. You're gonna pay Gehi £300,000 a week. In what world? I'll wait. Why would you want to pay $300,000? I said £300,000 a week for Gehi. Gehi had nothing to do with the transfer money. The transfer money was peanuts. Come on. That is simple. That's £300,000 a week. 1.2 million a month. That's the difference. It doesn't matter what he's worth. He's young. Whether he's worth 60, 80, 90, doesn't matter. But he's not going to be making £300,000 a week. Wages are the most, are the part that causes most clubs to be in financial ruin. Paying people out of pocket. You're going to pay Gehi £300,000 a week. What do you think Virgil's going to tell you? What do you think Konate is going to tell you? Already telling you. What do you think the rest of the squad is going to tell you? You're going to bring somebody who hasn't won anything, and you're going to pay him £300,000 a week. Transfer fee it's not on the player. That's between the two clubs. So spending 50 million on Jacquet has no bearing on what somebody knocking you on the door say, why are you bringing this kid? The only people who knock on your door will be players who are feeling threatened that they might not get any more playing time. Bring Jacquet in and pay him $200,000 a week and see what happens. What does his fee have to do with him? There's a reason why Real Madrid doesn't pay fees, so that they could pay inflatable transfer fees. It's one way or the other. It's one way or the other. You can't do both. You saw Barcelona did both. Where are they now? Everybody wanted Gehi. I say everybody. Gehi. I wanted Gehi too. But I'm sorry, Liverpool, you were not the same place where you recruited Gehi. We were in the place of power. When we got him in the summer, we were the champions. So we had more power then. Now you're not. Now you're struggling. He's coming in to actually kill himself so he could get you guys back to his place. So that means you have to pay him more money. And I don't fault Gehi for going to City to get him paid. Hey, get your money, Gehi. But I'm not going to bankrupt my club just so you get your money. That ain't going to happen. Truth is saying Bradley's out until 2027, apparently. Yeah, whoever diagnosed him is an idiot. I've never heard any type of injuries unless he broke two legs, both his legs, for that kind of thing. Unless he has a medical issue that nobody knows. I saw that report. That is dummy. Whoever said it's dummy. Now, if you're saying he won't be fully back to his best until 2027, I got you. That makes more sense. But yeah, whoever said that doesn't know anything about rehab. Very strange indeed. And then he comes back and says, "Sim Wages did it." Exactly, Wages did it. And also, we could have gotten Joel Ordonez now, but we want to wait until... Why do we need him? Again, Liverpool fans, this is the reason why I can't stand your guts. Right now, Liverpool fans, you guys do not have any more credit in the bank to decide who should come to the club. You did when you cried like babies and wanted Virgil and Salah and Trent to sign a new contract. And now, less than 12 months later, you want them out. I'm including myself too. So when I say Liverpool, I'm a Liverpool fan, right? It says LFC. It says LFC vibes over there. So I'm a Liverpool fan. So right now, none of you guys have credit talking about we should have gotten this, we should have gotten that. Right now, we keep our mouth shut and support the club and let the grown-up do their job. We whine way too much like the Arsenal fans and the Chelsea and the Man U fans. I thought Liverpool fans were supposed to be better. Oh, we should have gotten this play. We didn't need them. If they needed them, they would have gotten them. So let them do their work. Big guy said what? Yeah, and set it on. Big up to all of you guys, man. Thank you for being a bit of people. Don't forget to hit the like button, man. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. So now that we understand what's going on. Oh, and then I forgot one of the important players that we have. Giovanni Leone. That kid, oh, man. I'm so sorry about his injury, man. I'm so sorry about his injury. This kid is, and I'm so frustrated that the manager waited till... If it sounds like I'm blaming the manager for his injury, yes, I am. Because when Konate was having issues, you should have given this kid a little bit of time. 10 minutes here. The same thing you were treating, what's his name, Rio? You should have been giving this kid some time. because Kwanzaa did not get that type of, grace when he screwed up one time and he was gone. It's people keep telling me that this manager likes young players, but he has shown that anything but that. Leone should have been getting this odd minutes here and there to get him ready for that Carabao Cup. There was a lot of games before then, right? That kid should have been getting a lot of more playing time before the Carabao Cup. We waited way too long. We put ourselves in a situation where every single time it's always we wait to the last minute, and then we want to react. Never proactive. That is the annoying part, and a lot of times I understand why some of the fan base get upset about that. Right? We wait too long. He was there. We knew he was good enough. That's why we recruited him. We had a bunch of center backs in the academy. We could have used them, but no, we went and spent money to get this kid. Why do we give him a few minutes when he was there? 10 minutes here, 20 minutes here. Everybody knew. The manager himself said Konate was not playing well. So why don't you put somebody there to challenge him? Now, could that mean that he doesn't get injured? Nah. But still, you build that kid's confidence. You build that, possibly that also help him where he doesn't get injured, because now he's acclimatized to the physicality of the English football. So that's where I get frustrated and I kind of blame the manager. Brother, you're going to bring a kid now to do what? You had Leone, that's exactly what I was going with. You had Leone and you didn't even give him a chance. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, my brother? You had Leone, you didn't give him a chance, and you're talking about we need players now. So my question is, who's going to be leading this youth? Because I don't have no trust on this manager. And I saw the round table of them speaking. I think that was recorded a long time ago. I want to believe it was recorded a long time ago. And I don't think he is the one taking the club to the future. Yes, a lot of Liverpool fans are already paranoid about, City also want Alonso. Why do Liverpool fans want every great things but are scared of competition? If we are big bad Liverpool, why are you scared if City also wants Alonso? I don't get it. Every single time Liverpool fans say, okay, we want this player, and another team comes after him, it's like, oh boy, we lost it. Has anything, all this summer, anything showed you that when Liverpool wants a person and the person wants Liverpool will just let it go? City knows Alonso is a good manager. They know he is a manager for the future. So that's why they have him on their shortlist. And I believe Liverpool also have him on their shortlist. You don't just put one person on your shortlist unless you are Pep Guardiola or unless you are Jurgen Klopp or Ancelotti, Enrique. And even them, they have to compete against other managers, because if things don't go right, you put your eggs in one basket and it doesn't work out, then what? Big up to Irishman. He the building. Well, go on, my brother.
How are you?
Doing well, doing well. I'm out here trying to talk some nonsense about the future. I believe that the players that we have are the future. A lot of them are gone. We don't need to list them, do we? But the question is, who's going to lead them? Who?
Fair
Which?
point.
Yeah, which manager or what direction is the club sending this new generation is? Because I believe it will be very important to keep that in mind for recruitment. If this manager doesn't do well, the next up and coming players, especially after the World Cup, are not gonna be willing to play for him. You see what I mean? So that's the question where I'm trying to figure out. Now, there's two on my list, there's two managers that I want. Of course, number one is Enrique, number two is Alonso. Keep Nagelsmann away from this club as far as you could possibly can. However, we will still need somebody who, at this point, we need somebody who's at that level. We can't bring unknown quality trying to create something that would be like, wow, where did Liverpool pull him out? You did it with Slot. Cool. It worked the first time. The second time, it failed miserably. Right now, we can't gamble anymore. What do you say, Irishman?
So I'm also worried about who's going to lead them on the pitch
Mm-hmm.
because, as you mentioned there, Virgil this year and then one more by the looks of it. Robbo gone this summer, 100% gone this summer. Looks
Yeah.
like Ibu. I still don't know. So yeah, you have off the pitch, but you also have there's a bit of an age gap there. You can't have 20-year-old centre halves, and you
Mm-hmm.
can't have 35-year-old centre halves.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have somebody that's like 26, 27. That age group right in the middle. You can't just, and I'm sure we will.
Mm-hmm.
So who's going to come in off the pitch? Yeah, you can talk about yesterday again. I don't really put a lot into what came out yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
but you do need leaders. I mean, you've got someone like Jacque coming in talking about how Virgil van Dijk and Ibu Konate are his
Mm-hmm.
idols as defenders. Well, they could both be gone within 18 months.
Right.
So there's a big gap there, and whoever comes in then to fill that is going to be a new player.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bit of that's something that there's a bit of a void there, I suppose the right word. When you lose Ibu, or when you lose Robbo and you
Mm-hmm.
lose Virgil in the next, say, half a season and a half,
Mm-hmm.
that will be a big worry for me because, like I said, you can't just have old centre halves, and you can't just have, as good as Virgil is and as good as Jacque can be, you've got to have someone that's got 60 international caps,
Mm-hmm.
250 senior games at a big club, at a big level.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the management off the pitch will be different for different people. They'll want different guys. But I'm very worried about what, especially like Robbo walking out the door, Mo walking out the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then within a year, Ali and Virgil will probably be gone. Leone and Jackie can't step up that quick. They can't
Mm-hmm.
become the main man that quick. No
Mm-hmm.
chance.
Mm-hmm. That
I think a
is a
famous
fact.
centre half said it. A famous Liverpool centre half said it because you can't win anything with kids, right?
And then what happened? It was
Yeah.
history. But yeah, no, you make a very good point. I mean, as tantalizing as those two prospects, putting them together sounds so good. Giovanni is losing a whole year because of injury. Jacquet coming to a league he's never played before. So there is growing pains for both of them. So yeah, I think Virgil, in my head, 80% is staying for his last season. Right? Gomez is gone. Konate, right now we don't know. Indy was talking about his agent is gonna meet with the Liverpool hierarchy again on Friday. So we will see if there's any truth to that. But we will need another more mature center back. Whether they coming for free or what was it? That guy from Dortmund that everybody's been talking about.
Schlotterbeck.
Slaughterback. Even him, you bringing him, if say Virgil were to leave and you bring him, he's also coming on unknown land. He doesn't know anybody. He does never played it before. Ask Vert, right? Matip, it took him a little bit to adjust, but Matip is one of those players that fits in wherever he goes very quickly. Klavan, I call him the what's his name? Ragnarok. Um, Even him, it took him a while, and he was a very experienced player. So yeah, that part, I'm sure they will not just they won't just let young players take over that too. That's a very, very serious position. Now, is it because Allison is gonna be there by still? Is it because Virgil's gonna be there? I mean, you got Frimpong who have a year in his under his belt. Kerkers will have a year under his belt, but they are not center backs. Big up to Ale. Big up to JC. So that part, yes, we will have to worry about. But the manager is more. I the manager part is, I think, is more important than the players that you're bringing in. Yeah, the players are going to be playing, but if you have somebody who has no clue what he's doing, it could change how good the player is. I mean, this manager, let's be honest, and I don't want to divert a little bit, do another anti-slot, but watching the game on Saturday, I'm sorry, that was based on individual brilliance by the players. They were not listening to him. I mean, at one point, he was telling them to slow down and they were speeding up. The camera kept panning towards him and he kept telling them slow down. And that was towards the last 15 minutes when we were up, 3-1? He kept saying slow down and they kept going. And I think the only reason why there was no fafafa on it is because Liverpool scored again and we won. So the media could not make any big deal. Can you imagine if we had draw or lost and the camera kept showing him? They'd be like, well, the manager is telling them to slow down. They're not listening. They would have become a bigger case than what it actually is. So I'm saying that this guy is not for the future. I don't care about this production that Liverpool put out there. And I think they're just doing that just to shut us up. But I don't think this guy is the future. I seriously don't. I think that's my option is Enrique and Alonso.
No, I wasn't. To me, like, there was nothing in that I haven't seen or heard 1,000 times before. There was no, there was no big. There was lots of talk about it, but there was all basic standard. We're planning for the future. We want to win things. That was good. This was bad.
Right.
Like there was nothing in it that made me think, wow, geez, look, I didn't know that was happening. I didn't know this was happening. It's just real basic stuff where the manager being, Richard Hughes talking about how he liked the manager and he went after the manager, great, fair play. But, there was nothing in it that, says to me, this is what they feel in any particular way. It was, like Trey was on my show last night. He was saying the fact that they put it out really was the only real message. And I have been saying for a while that I'd like to see something from the club, because this manager is kind of out there on his own, and people like Romano are commentating on his future, and people like Ornstein are commentating on his future. I would like it. I don't need someone from the club to come out and say the manager's job is safe, because they probably don't think they need to come out and say that. But it's just kind of the silence was a little bit deafening, so to speak.
For so long.
But this thing yesterday, yeah, just pure. It's an in-house interview, scripted and questions compiled by the club for the club. It's not it's the softest interview you're ever going to get. Look at a few nice clips on TV, and everybody tells each other how great they are. didn't really enjoy it. I thought it was boring. I didn't think there was anything in it. I thought it was a bit cringy. There's lots of stuff in it I didn't like. Just the production of it, I just thought from a media standpoint, I thought it was very poorly done. And yeah, it was put out. Does that come out if we lose that game 4-1?
Good point. And if they believe what they're saying, why haven't you given him a new contract?
That's another point. That's someone else said that on my show yesterday. They said, forget all this stuff. If they were really backing him, he'd have gotten a new contract by now.
Yeah. You know what I mean? If you like him, give him a new contract. I mean, the man is almost, 2 years in his tenure. Why haven't you given him a new contract?
Well, what is it? Beyonce says, if you like it, put a ring on it. Yeah.
Exactly. Give him a new contract. Then we know where we're going. But right now, you could sit there, and even if Joe W. Henry was sitting there, I would have said the same thing. You do not have this guy as your future manager. You were able to go spend $50 million on an up-and-coming center back. So put your money where your mouth is, or whatever they said. But I think it was just to tell the fans, oh, you already shown us that you backing this guy over in January when Mo decided to throw a tantrum. You don't need to do this sit down. What does this sit down mean? Like, when we needed you to talk, you did it. Why are you talking now? You know what I mean? If you needed us to hear you, where we needed you to speak was when we were losing 6 games out of 12. And you didn't say anything. And all of a sudden you want to tell me that, oh, we back this manager. He's our guy. He's our future. We love him, blah, blah, blah. Good. But you did not back him when we were losing. And Irishman's asking, if we had lost, will this interview come out? Or did they do this interview before the match, knowing that we're going to lose? So just in case we lose, they'll be like, oh, we still backing him. Unbelievable. Big up to Mandem in the building. John D is in the building. How you doing, brother? Playbook is in the house. Wagwan. Honesty is in here. He said this club tells you what they are about. The fans refuse to believe them. If they tell you they don't panic buy, they don't back to believe them. Well, that one, they made it clear for decades that they don't panic buy. We know that part. So Red Table talk like Jada Pinkett. Yeah, it was like, I agree with what Irishman is saying. It was cringe. It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. What?
Oh. The echo.
Yeah.
Irishman.
Yeah.
Oh. There was a big echo that came from somewhere. But what I'm saying is, it makes no sense. That interview, that whole roundtable thing was a waste of everybody's time. If you wanted us to hear from you, you should have said something when things were dire, not now. But again, are you also panicking like everybody else talking about Alonso's going to City?
Panicking. No, but I'd be extremely disappointed if that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And we stuck with this manager, and we allowed him to just go. Yeah, I'm not going to panic. No, it'd be absolutely horrible. Anybody who knows me knows he's pretty much my favorite Liverpool player. Yeah, that would really sting, to be honest with you, Quasi, to see him there. But I completely agree. I don't know if you read the Byron Spaces piece where he was speaking that if Liverpool approach Alonso, he'll be there in a second. He will immediately join Liverpool. But if Liverpool decide to stick with Arne Slot and they're not going to offer him the job, then his ties to Liverpool won't prevent him from taking the Man City job. His feelings,
Mm-hmm.
his emotions, but won't stop him taking the Man City job if it's offered to him.
Mm. No, yeah,
So
I
it
saw
would,
that one. And also, City apparently are not too impressed with company. So he is not on their wish list. I think it's Fabregas, Alonso, and Maresca, whatever his name is. Right now, who are their top three. But yeah, I did see the Biospace saying that if Liverpool do not, but that's the question though. Is Alonso the Liverpool's number one option?
Hmm.
You see what I mean? Because this manager is not doing well so far. Why do you still have him if Alonso's ready? Unless Alonso said, "I'll wait till the summer," which I think is better. It's a great
It is
idea, but
fair,
yeah,
because you're asking him to come in and start off on a really bad footing. If you ask, like
exactly.
mid-season, if you look at mid-season managerial appointments, they almost never work
Mm-mm.
because you're not giving him the chance to come in and start with his own ideas, his own clean slate. You're asking him to kind of
Mm-hmm.
fix somebody else's mess before he even starts
Yeah,
his own work. Which is it just kind of ruins it from the start. You're coming in, you don't get to say, okay, now June, this is my first real day in the job. I mean, Jurgen
right.
Klopp came in and did it, but
Mm-hmm.
we all know Jurgen Klopp is a one in a million manager.
Actually, he didn't even come in the middle. He came in at the tail at the
October.
October, so it was still kind of you. Big up to Ensman. He's in the building. But yeah, Irish Red, you're right. I mean, this that would be the same mistake. What's the name? Amorim did. Came in through the middle of the season, and then that boy never was able to swim. Kept sinking and sinking and sinking. Um, but I mean, do you think? I mean, the way things are going, do you think Liverpool also has a wild card somewhere? Where, in my head, I think it's Alonso. I think it's Enrique. But then in my petrified head is also saying it's not Guzman, which I will lose my marbles if it's that guy.
I don't know why you'd be so afraid of it. I think he'd play. I think he'd play the kind of football people want to watch, especially at Liverpool. But I think he's one of those guys. I don't know if it's his name or his face or whatever. But as soon as you say it, some people just instantly go no. I think if he was given a chance, I think he'd play
Mm-hmm.
a lot better football than Arne Slot does, and he'd get at least the same results, if not better
Mm.
results.
Yeah.
So, yeah, do we have a wild card? No, we have a first choice, and then they'll stick with that. But I can't really see what this manager has done now to make them think
Mm-hmm.
this has gone brilliantly. This is someone we can back. This is someone we can stick with. This is someone that has buy-in from the fans. This is someone that has a lot of goodwill. This is someone that has really
Mm.
gotten to grips. All that stuff they were talking about yesterday. He's one of the
Mm-hmm.
most normal, plain, bland, vanilla managers I've ever seen. He doesn't get angry. He doesn't get annoyed. He doesn't really have outbursts.
Mm-hmm.
Very little in the way of personality. And I mean, I know that there'll be some people say that a lot of the match going fans are back in slot. A lot of the match going fans started to back slot because of the pile-in on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
You'll always have that. But if you if you ask 90% of online people, I think it's thumbs down for him. So I don't really see this whole thing yesterday, man. Like, you could have put a traffic cone
Mm-hmm.
where Arne Scott was in that interview at that roundtable thing. You know what I mean?
He looked awkward. That's the thing. He looked awkward, like his head was heavy.
They could have been saying those things about anybody, though. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
mean. They could have been saying those things about absolutely anybody. He just doesn't get it. No, he doesn't have it, man. And it's not his fault that he doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
it. I'm sure he's a brilliant coach. You have to be a brilliant coach to get real, like genuinely a brilliant coach. But it's not happening for him right now, and he just doesn't have that X factor, that extra thing,
Yeah.
that you kind of need really as a Liverpool manager. And unfortunately, Alonso has it. I think
Mm-hmm.
Alonso has it.
Yep.
I could be completely wrong about that. He could come in and be a total disaster. But Arne Slot, I can't see where the backing is coming from at a real, other than at a personal and a human level.
Mhm.
I don't think they can be looking at what's happened this year and go, yeah, this is the guy. This is the man to take us forward. This is the man to get
Right.
the best out of all these players.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I agree. I think what's his name? Chicken Tiki Mosala was saying that he had a question for you, but I didn't see any question. What was the question, Tiki Mosala? Ask it and I'll put it there for Brian. But the Nagusman thing. This is my thing with Nagusman. Yes, he do have a resemblance to the Ganger pressing that Klopp played, but he has no defensive structure.
You don't need defenders. Come on. You just score 7 or 8 more goals than everybody else. You don't need defenders.
Brendan Rodgers has given me PTSD of that.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you know my masked singer theory, right?
Yeah.
You've heard that, right? My masked singer theory.
I remember you saying something like that on your stream. But
You know that show, The Masked Singer?
yes.
Where they don't know who it is until the end. Well, basically, my theory was that if you had Nagelsmann on the bench for a year, but it was a Masked Singer thing, you didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would really enjoy the football. But if you asked a lot of those same people, would you have Nagelsmann? They'd just be instantly no. He's he's not very popular. But I think people would enjoy the football that he plays. But like, I'm with you. I don't think he's my first choice or anything like that. But I'd rather give him a go than give Arne Slot another year. Put it that way.
The thing is, because I'm looking at the German national team and they haven't pulled any trees. Bayern, yeah, the way they let him go didn't sound to me like a manager that was on an up and up, or either he had his eyes set on the German national team. When he was in is it Hoffenheim? Oh, wherever that team was.
Hoffenheim.
Yeah, he was the buzz. Everybody was like, "This is the new Jurgen Klopp. This guy is excited." He was like 20-something year old. He was younger than some of the players that he had, and he was exciting. Everybody loved him until he started meeting some actual teams that I mean, this is my thing against him. When it's time to play football, where it has to be analyzed, where it has to be tactical, he doesn't have the chops for me. You can't just go ganger pressing all the time. Somebody will pick you apart. That's all, and that's where his defensive frailty shows up. And even the German national team going forward, they're exciting. The way them, especially the young players play. Verts, if Musiala was there. But when it comes to defense, man, he worries me. He worries me. Yeah, he was exciting if we going attack, and fighting for top 4 only. But if we're fighting for any other thing, man, it's gonna be a problem. Tiki Mosala is saying, Brian, it's Jake. How you doing, dude? Now are you slot out? Haha, I didn't think you look so mad now saying suck the bald guy. If I win September, now December. I think Irishman gave him enough time for him to get his act together, and he never did. And I remember Irishman kept saying, "This guy is getting himself sacked." I mean, did I misquote you?
Oh, that's Jake. Yeah, look, I've been over things with Jake. No, you didn't. I just had to let the dog out there. Yeah. Yeah. Look, Jake and me have had that conversation a million times. I'm not going to waste anybody else's time going over it again.
Okay. Well, Jake, you heard it from the man. And me, he's just like, "Oh, are you also slot out?" I've been slot out since we lost to Manchester United, brother. The Kennel's in the building, always throwing shade at me. But yeah, Alonso to City, I don't see it.
It would be a mad one.
It will be a mad one. I don't see it because people are talking about, because of excuse me, Pep. Yeah, but Pep is not going to be there. Alonso has no affirmity to City. I do understand why he wants to go there. It's a big project. They got money, right? They will back him compared to what Madrid did to him. But I don't see it. It's very weird to me. You don't think so?
Football, no, you never say never in football, cause you never say never in football, man.
That's true. That's true. Big up, Kennel. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. Doing nothing as usual around this time. Big up the Irishman. Big up everyone in your chat, man.
Yeah, man. So we're looking at the future. We got Jeremy Jacquet. We got Vert. We got Leone. We got Frimpong. We got Kirkers. Hugo. I'm wondering who is going to be ushering this young man to the Liverpool's future.
Arne Slot.
Why?
Because you use the word usher, and that's what Arne Slot is. He's uses usher boy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Use get him through the door, and Arne Slot puts him, seat them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like right this way. Yeah, right this way. That's all he does. That's all he does. That's all he does. It's just the usher boy, like you said. So you use the perfect word. That's what he is. Yeah. So use bring him in, get him through the door with the sales pitch, and Sluts ushers them in. So whether Sluts ushering them into a trophy or two, I don't know. But that's who I got. I got Slut ushering them in. There's no extra explanation in there. Yeah.
But then after he's ushering, who's the pastor?
Well, see, I like the way I challenge you to think, because that's where we need a Milner or a Virgil. Because yeah, they're not a pastor, but at least they're the deacon that can fill in for the pastor, because we don't have a pastor.
Right.
You see what I'm trying to say? We don't even have a deacon right now. And that's why the structure of the team, it needs restructuring, because we definitely need a leader in there to step up and lead these men on the pitch. See, Slot can lead them in the conference room when they're going over plays and rewatching teams. That's where Slot's ushering them. He ushers them in to watch the videos, and he ushers them in to look at the blackboard or the whiteboard or whatever color board they got, rainbow board, I don't know. So he ushers them to that, shows them a few play. But when he releases them on the pitch, we need someone to now get these sheeps in line to go out and get the business done. You see what I'm trying to say? Well, we need a Moses that can lead these men to the promised land, 3-0 down, lead these men to victory. It has to happen on the pitch. And that's the root cause of my FSG in flagship from back in the day. We can't blame people that have no control of on the pitch activity. So when you're saying we need help, and we'll go out there and sends a guy from wherever he's at to Liverpool airport, I think it's a Lennon or something like that, I don't know, and then sends Slot to go usher him to the training facility. We need a captain to take him from the sidelines onto the pitch to do something. He has to do something. Now, if you want individual quality, then go talk to Hughes about bringing individual brilliance here. But if we're bringing team players here, we need someone to lead that team. You can't be the manager, the coach, and the leader. So your question, it'll be Slot, but we need a captain that can drag these men out the mud. Slap up McAllister. You see what I'm trying to say? When he's not doing nothing. Get Curtis, to earn what's always been his. You see what I'm trying to say? Yeah. Get the man them to act right. Get Gakpo to slap a man every now and then. Right? You need that on the pitch though. That's that, bro.
Yeah.
That's what's killing us. Like calm as you like is cool when you're trying to do a peaceful protest.
Right.
When fans is behind you looking for gladiator energy, put this team to the sword, and then your captain is talking about what have I told you about our Lord Christ and Savior and how he's no, bro. We're not trying to hear that. I don't care that you and his son, you know, and your son go to the same school, bro. Cool, but for these 90 minutes, I need you to be at his neck. That's the type of captain we need. So
yeah,
it'll be.
And that's what we're missing right now.
Yeah, and so, but I don't want the manager. I'm not defending him, but I'm a fair guy. If you're gonna charge a man with a crime, just charge him for the right crime. Is slot tactics great? That's a different conversation.
Yeah.
But who's ushering the new team in? It's gonna be Slot. That's his job, to usher him in. Who's gonna lead him on the pitch? I can't charge Slot for that. I can't. Because what I'm seeing is some on the pitch thing. Slot ain't responsible for man not making 2-yard pass. Slot ain't responsible for man not tackling. Slot ain't responsible for that. You're telling me you can win World Cup but you can't tackle? Safe. You see what I'm saying? Like,
but this is the thing though, Zuberi. This Saturday, I watched a team play a match without listening to the manager. This is my assessment, and I don't care what anybody tells me. These players were not listening.
And how did the team perform?
They were probably the best we've seen them all year.
And who was leading the mutiny? Because remember, I was in favor of the mutiny. Yeah.
On the pitch. So on the pitch, it was who was it? I want to say Verts, but I think Hugo had more to do than Verts in terms of individual brilliance.
No, but you're saying the whole team was to find the manager. That had to have come from somewhere. Someone had to make that decision. Or are you saying collectively the team was like, F this? So what are you doing? You're doing the American thing where we don't need a monarch, we just need democracy? Are you saying the team pulled the democracy?
No, I don't think they pulled a democracy. At this point, listen to me. I'm glad that you brought that up. Irishman, this is something that I've been talking about. I've seen certain people, especially the Salah sexuals and people with that what they call it, woman feeling, talking about, oh, we see the passing of the torch from Salah to Verts. Brother, first of all, this man did not want to pass the torch. Hence the reason why he threw the tantrum, right? That torch was taken away from him and was given to one or two other players. Personally, I think Ekitike is the one who said, give me the torch. Vert is coming along. And Zuberi, you remember that Gakpo gave Salah does not tell me this guy still have the torch. Right? But in terms of what happened on Saturday, yeah, Ekitike was leading the charge.
But isn't that what we cried for the longest? We need somebody that can marshal and lead the front line. And I'm telling you, man, like, yo, that's Hugo. And you, man, are like, nah, but Isak. And I'm telling you, Quasi, personally, it was between me and you. And I'm like, Quasi, we don't need Isak. Hugo can lead the line. You're like, nah, it's not enough. Bro, did you see the ball I think Alisson gave him? It was him versus two defender. And he cut through them, man.
Yeah, everybody say it reminds them of Torres.
Bro, he cut through them too, man. Bro, no other Liverpool player made it in the opponent's half until he was about to kick the ball in the back of the net.
Somebody called me a word sexual.
bro, that's how on his own he was. It wasn't like a Salah over the top. He's automatically in. No, he cut his own way through there. With no help, none of that, bro. Salah usually gets that, and it have to be behind the last man, and then he runs onto it and score. Bro, it was him. It was 2v1, and he cut through them two men like they weren't even there.
Right. No, that's true. Ekitike, that's what I said. Ekitike right now is leading the charge. But when you say we don't need Isak, that one, me and you will go to end of the galaxy and back, and we still be fighting. Because when Ekitike played 190-minute game, this brother was gone for 2 games, and we needed him against Arsenal.
Nah, but here's the thing, Quasi, you're doing
Arsenal. I think against Arsenal, he would have taught them a new one. They would have thought that Bobby Firmino is gone, but this guy. The thing though is Isak actually slowed down his progress, but it's not like a disrespect to either one of them. The minutes Isak, that was definitely on somebody. I don't know if it's the manager, because someone could have held your boy Slut up in the tunnel at knife point, and we wouldn't even know. You see what I'm saying? So we don't really know. I'm not trying to charge anyone for a crime that I don't understand. I don't know if someone slipped man a note and be like, yo, is this your daughter in school? Isak starts tomorrow. I don't know if it's one of them ones. So whenever his Van Bronckhorst released the book, we'll find out again, because I don't know if he's writing a book or not. But the thing I'm trying to say, though, is when you said the mutiny was there, the passing of the torch, that came from Alisson. Normally, Alisson is doing that over the top for Salah. So it could just be Alisson going, yo, you go, you're my guy now. And I'm seeing Alisson spraying him to the left now. So I just want to throw that in there to let you know it could be one of those quiet understanding. You know, what's understood don't necessarily need to be said. So the team can look around and go, it was him, but I think we can do something different. And I think that's just all it is. It's the team is gelling, and he was never part of the team. That guy was never a team player. It was always Salah FC. So the team is looking like, man's made it clear he's Salah FC, and we're here for Liverpool. He's there for himself. So we're going to go down if we try to accommodate him. Let's just accommodate the team. And I don't think it's a disrespectful thing with the manager. You can even say the manager might have told the players, like, yo, we can't keep feeding this guy. That's super. We know he's selfish, been selfish for years. We can't keep, you know what I'm saying? So it could be the manager as well, but I think few people give the manager that credit to say, yo, he's iced them out. He showed the team there's other ways to win game without said man. So, yo, it's up to y'all. Alex, you want to keep kicking it to him? That's on you. You see what I'm saying? The manager could be saying that. No, see, I like the part where an Irishman, I want you to be ready for this one. Alisson is the Godfather. No, we know the Godfather, the real Godfather, not the one that.
No, I heard he's the pastor. I heard he's married and man and christening babies in that.
Yeah, but did you see where he almost had what's his name catch these hands? Where Virgil was like, "Hey, I'm not standing in front. I'm not gonna stand between you and him." It took McAllister to come stop him. So right now, you may be right if I'm using your, from Alisson to Salah, and then now it's from Alisson to Ekitike. Alisson wasn't happy with what Salah did. Remember in his interview, he said, I will have a one-on-one with Salah. I'm not going to bring it up in front of the world. That is, to me, somebody who's saying, I'm not too pleased with what he did.
Bro, that's a pastor move. You know what I mean? Pastor see you acting up in the congregation. He ain't going to call you out. He put you to the side, brother Quasi. I just wanted you to know. I saw you touching titties in the back. You know what I'm saying? I don't appreciate you doing that. You know what I'm saying? No, the pastor will pull you to the side and let you know a thing or two. Like, yo, I see you pull $2 out the offering plate. I ain't want to call you out, but you know what I'm saying? Pastor will pull you to the side.
The pastor lost his religion when what's the center back? Is it Don Burns? When Burns pushed him into the ground during the corner kick.
You can't do that.
And then he got up and went straight at him. He took McAllister, the shortest player, again.
You can't. Quasi. Let me tell you something that a lot of people always disrespect. Irishmen, correct me if I'm wrong. Don Burn, what is his nationality?
Is he Dutch? I'm not sure.
He's English.
Is English?
Bro, any Englishman, 6'4" and up, bro, yeah, you don't run on no Englishman. 6'4" and up, bro, British man don't even get to that unless they got something in the blood, bro. And Dan Burn definitely got that in the blood. Bro, Englishmen have been drinking since they're 18, bro. In the US, we're like 21. Dan Burn been drinking since he was 8. Listen, you, bro, a Brazilian against Dan Burn, I'm picking Dan Burn every time. Unless it's like Joelinton, who's a different breed. But other than that, Dan Burn, bro, no one wins against Dan Burn. Dan Burn been him since 1991. Like Allison was never going to win that.
I don't know. Hey, when the pastor loses his religion, man, he has the power of the Holy Ghost with him.
Nah, not against Dan Burn. Them British boys, bro. I'm telling you, any British man over 6'4", bro.
I didn't care about how. I mean, Allison is 6'3" or 6'4". I don't care how much ale that it was in that brother. Say, if Virgil step out and say, "Hey, I'm not getting between you two," hey, Irishman, listen to what the colonel said. The mutiny, and Allison about to lose his religion. The pastor who usually kiss babies, who's always keeping the peace.
Wait, did you see that movie called The Preacher? The one that was saving all them kids in Africa?
Yeah, I see that movie.
Yes. Yeah, it's a good movie. So you said that's what Allison is on?
And that's why
get that screenshot. Yo, get that clip. Yo, get Allison's face on The Preacher. Nah, because, yo.
Man, that boy, you could tell I don't know whether that corner kick came after what's the name? Gordon tackled him, or was it before? But I've never seen Allison so angry going after a player. Like, and he didn't let it go. He kept going.
Yeah, I mean, I apologize for the long tangent there, Irishman. But back to Kwesi's original question. When you're talking about ushering the new players and the future of the squad,
yeah,
I get the slot thing, and I mean, there's only so much you can do and say, but he's still the manager for the City game, so I tend not to waste my time entertaining said conversation until he's out. But by then, the new guy's coming in, so all I can do and say is, what solutions can we find while he's here? Because we still need to win game while he's here. Me talking about the new manager ain't going to get us over the line against City. Ain't going to get us top 4 if we still want to get top 4. Unless we're just like, yo, scrap the whole thing. I don't need to care no more. Then that's what I'm saying. Yo, he's going to have to usher these men in. Bro, he's going to have to take us across the line. He's not getting sacked before the end of the season.
Right. I mean, that's what I agree on that. But they had what do you call it? A round table to talk about how much they love the manager, and the manager is sitting there looking like, you sack of lying-ish. You know you're trying to fire me. Because if you love him so much, why didn't you haven't given him a new contract? Right?
Because he hasn't earned one. Why would you give because you know the manager didn't earn it.
No, I get that part. But I'm wondering why Richard Hughes did that round table when everybody was trying to hear from them when we were losing.
Oh, no, that's just a publicity stuff. That's just to show you. No, that's just, I think I haven't seen the round table thing. I saw it. I think I saw a clip of Slot saying something maybe. And I didn't know the other guys was voicing their opinion. So I actually toned it out. But I think it's more of a show of what the structure is, what it looks like. And if you're a new man coming in, you will be sitting at this table. You're not coming in, we're at this table and you're at the kiddies table or the big man table, or you're making your own table. Whoever comes in has to see that. Does that make sense? It's kind of like, I don't want to go off too much of a tangent, but they have to show you that. So we don't need to see that when we're losing. No, when we're losing, find a solution. Now, what that showed me is the solution will be found at that table. That's what that tells me. So whoever comes in will be at that table finding a solution. They're not going to be nowhere else but that table coming up with a fix. That's what that tells me. So for your new guy, you have to ask yourself one simple question. Which manager will be, or coach will be sitting at that table helping us find solution. Because it can't be a guy with an ego so big he don't want to go there and sit at that table. It can't be a man that said, whatever, I'm bigger than that table. No. It has to be a man that can bring a solution to the table. And that's what I think personally. So I think sitting at that table, Slot can and will find some solutions. The next guy who you're fantasizing about has to be humble enough to go to that table and bring solutions. Yeah. Now, my biggest fear is a man like Amarim pops up in 2 attempts. I'm saying 2 attempts. The first guy didn't quite get it. And Amarim comes to the table with a bag of solution that win us over. We're like, raw, say word. You see what I'm saying? That's my biggest fear. My biggest fear is anyone that can go to that table and talk sexy gets the job. That's my biggest fear.
Well, Brendan Rodgers got us with the PowerPoint presentation.
You see what I'm saying? My biggest point is a man coming in with a laptop and the blackboard or the whiteboard or the rainbow board and know how to move a few people. Bro, my biggest fear, no disrespect to Ends, I rate him highly.
Yeah.
That table, if it was truly open to the public and people with the badges, a man like Ends can walk in there and get that job. And it's not because he's chatting gas. It's because of his in-depth knowledge of the game. You see what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So the way Ends kick the knowledge of the sport and the game, a man like Ends make it to that table, he will get the job, fam.
Facts.
You see what I'm saying? So, and that's why an unproven guy can walk in there and take it, and take a club like Liverpool, because that's where we'll put ourselves. Now, the man them with the accolades like Unai Emery, I'm not saying he deserves the job, but there's men that is proven to have won things and defeat the odds and probably could bring the idea we need, but we'll probably write him off because he'll go to that table and flunk.
Yeah.
You see what I'm trying to say? And that's not really what we need. We don't want to put ourselves in a market that's not really for us because we're trying to bend, let's say a Zidane.
Yeah.
Zidane probably go to that table and flunk because man is all about aura. Like man, Zlatan want to go into managing. He goes to that table and flip it. And they're like, nah, we don't need that hair. But really and truly, that's what we probably needed. A man that can flip the table.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's my biggest takeaway from that.
No, I agree. And moving forward, that's why I'm stuck on put it in the universe as Enrique is my guy. I love Alonso, and Alonso is my second option. But right now, as much as I'm looking at the players that we have, and it looks more like a project for Alonso, with the players that we have right now, like getting this kid, Jeremy Jacket. Now they're talking about getting Adam Wharton. What's the name? We have Frimpong, Kirkers, Hugo, Verts, all these Soboslai, all these players. You need somebody that is gonna give you the best out of these kids. You can't have somebody who he's telling them to slow down when they running real faster. You can't tell a kid, hey, slow down, don't cross the street, and they don't listen and then cross the street, and then hopefully nothing bad happens, right? So I'm that's why I'm stuck between Enrique. With the way the club is moving, just like you saying, Alonso is the guy that it is looking like. The person I don't want, and I told this to Irishman, I don't want Nagelsmann. Yeah, he will give you exactly what you, Zuberi, just said, that he will give you that PowerPoint presentation. He's the players, he's a player's coach, right? He's very good with players. That one I will never take away from him. I mean, when he started coaching, he was years younger than some of the players that he had, but they respected him. He does get respect from his players. That's something that Nagelsmann do get. However, I don't think he's tactical enough. He will get you excited, but when it comes to the games where, hey, we need to slow down and play the ball or play the game as a tactical to win this game, I don't think he has that. Defensive problems, when it comes to defensive side, he doesn't have that. But he will score a lot of goals and attack the game like, wow, this reminds me of Jurgen Klopp. That's why I'm stuck with Enrique, because Enrique is he's a, how do you say? He's the unk. The grown man, no nonsense. Do my way or you out. And he will give you the freedom for you to express yourself on the field.
But that's I hate when we get to these conversations, Quasi, because you're not saying nothing wrong. It's just not applicable.
How?
Yous will not have a manager come here and talk about my way or the highway. No, it's Yous way or the highway. It's not, bro. You think you're gonna tell Yous, yeah, Vert's ain't it, get rid of him? Yous were like, excuse me, how about I get rid of you, fam? Like, so I'm just trying to show you, like, those type of managers won't be it at Liverpool. We've never had those type of managers, especially under FSG. Now, if that is your argument for FSG out, I can hear you, right? But that's not FSG's ideology. It will be Hughes' ideology. I think someone in the comments said it's things like this why Hughes need to go as well. Then yeah, I can support that, because like I said, if it's the owners putting him in a position to create an image of what he wants us to be, right? A Luis Enrique don't fit that. So to the fans or to you, you're standing there like, yo, Luis Enrique, yeah, that's what we need. But Hughes put us in a market where Enrique is not applicable. He's not qualified. You see what I'm trying to say? If you notice the way the direction of modern day football, I mean, look at Amorim. Amorim is probably, he's a young manager with aspiration of being a great manager. But little does he know, the footballing world is evolving to the point where clubs are no longer seeking managers. They're seeking head coach. So I think a lot of managers are struggling with that because it's definitely a shift. And if you look at even Pochettino, he's probably a great head coach. Like, not all managers are great managers. Some of them are head coach. So the lines is blurred. And what we need as fans is the old school Fergie manager, Klopp, one of the, the Peps. But the game's evolving. It's evolving to where you're just a head coach, and not all managers can adjust and adapt to being just head coach.
Right.
So we're in the market for head coach. Slot is probably top 25. I'm gonna say 25 because I don't want to big him up too much. As far as head coaches around the world.
Yeah.
And he's only coming 25 because we're going to put actual managers in front of him. You see what I'm trying to say? So we're going to put all the managers that's won stuff, done stuff, built teams. We're going to put all of them in front of Slot. But at some point, we're going to run out of managers. And we're now going to have to fill the rest of the 25 with head coach. And that's how he gets into the top 25. You see what I'm trying to say? But if we scale away all the top managers and it's just head coaches left, he'll probably be top 10 head coach.
I mean, in terms of head coaches, yeah. But even if you look in on those coaches and managers market right now, Fabregas is not a manager; he's a head coach. Alonso is a head coach. Yes, Enrique manager, Pep manager. Jurgen Klopp ain't coming back, people. He's not coming back. He is very happy where he is right now. But the club needs to have a direct communication, or should I say forecast, to the fans. And earlier, I don't know if you heard me, the fans right now, we don't have any say anymore. Right now, we have to keep our mouth shut and watch the grown-up do the job. Of course, we could criticize them when they screw up. I'll let you know. When I finish, I'll tell you why. Last year, we made a whole lot of we got suckered in by our rival fans to talk about Salah getting a new contract, Virgil getting a new contract, sign Trent into a new contract. 12 months, no, not even 12 months. Less than 6 months into the contract, we want all of them out. Well, the other guy did not even show up. He decided to go. Look how well he's doing over there in the Madristas. So right now, we the fans, yes, some of us made a lot of very good points. Some of us are very, very knowledgeable and say the right things most of the time. But we are still the fans. Right now, we don't have anything. We can't be talking. We can suggest But we can't be out here banging our chest talking about why do we spend the money on this kid? You see what I mean?
No, I thought you were trying to say something else. I did
No,
not
no, no, no,
know
no.
this is. Wait
I'm
a minute,
saying,
man. Listen,
yeah, go ahead.
listen. Why you always do this, bro? I thought we moved back because at first I thought you meant the fans have no say so in the club. And my response, no. My response to that would have been, we've never had any say so because we don't own anything, which is the truth. But you're saying we don't have any voice in the footballing world to stop another fan and be like, shut up.
Yeah.
Quasi. First of all, I understand you from a footballing perspective wanted to pay respects to people who deserve to talk. But don't get it twisted. We are Liverpool fans. We can always talk. So if you want to, if we're forced to be respectful and don't have the right to be shameless, that's not something you should crave, though. You know what I'm trying to say? Because I'll put it like this: if Arsenal wins the league, they will be shameless. So you're mad that we lose the shameless factor. That's what, Quasi, because we haven't had it. No, you see what I did there? Because we didn't have the shameless factor for a minute. So when we did get the shameless factor, we were shameless.
I mean, we unbearable. What said Liverpool fans unbearable? I take it with the pride.
Let me tell you how shameless we were. Let me tell you how shameless we were. We were so shameless that the idea of signing a man for over 100 million with the Caicedo deal had men coming out beating their chest talking about my owners. Like, and we didn't even get the guy. You see what I'm trying to say? Bro, we were so shameless.
Yeah.
We said we won the league before we got Isak.
Bro, when they said it was a
with
possibility,
Isak all summer had Liverpool fans that didn't smoking cigars.
Give us the league. Why should we even be playing?
Quasi, the idea of a successful summer transfer window had men looking up Airbnb for next June.
Bro, I was at the parade. I was already at the parade.
Quasi, I was also looking up Airbnb in Liverpool before the end of August. But the thing is, every now and then you have to eat a humble pie. Like, to the point now where, and I'm not saying I'm grateful Liverpool lost, but they lost in a time when I'm kind of transitioning to a corporate position and shit like that, which is why I'm not really on unless it's this time of the day. The losses kind of just made me realize, like, bro, you're giving a lot of your actual time, and time is money, and I can do a lot with my time to the streams, to Liverpool content, to Liverpool build up, you know what I mean, to Liverpool games and Liverpool news. And it's like, and at the end of you collecting on that energy, you got slapped 3-0 by Crystal Palace. Okay, let me try it again. At the end of, you see what I'm trying to say? At the end of that, you went through like 2-3 months of stinking result, and it shouldn't be this way, but when Liverpool win, you feel like you did your part in life. So when you're doing your part as a fan and supporting and showing up and driving the algorithm and driving the name and driving the badge and singing the songs and you're pouring so much time and energy, your reward is the trophy. Your reward is a entertaining football game, a good fight. So if we lost 1-0, but the boys run their socks off. Like, I saw Gakpo running barefoot, pointing with his football boots. Now, I don't know if that's AI, but if it's AI, the world's done. But if that's true, if man was really running barefoot, pointing with his boots to get the ball, like, that's what you want to see. And we haven't been seeing that. So, the fans definitely lost the shameless factor. The perks on the pro club players? Yeah, the fans had that shameless perk. No, it's gone. We lost that. We definitely lost that. But the voice is always there. We can always chat shit as Liverpool fans.
No, we can't.
But we just can't be shameless. We can't be shameless.
And that's what I'm saying. So, I mean, earlier I had we got this kid, Jeremy Jack, and people was like, why are we getting him? We could have gotten Gahey. I'm like, why are you going to spend $300K on wages? And then you got other players already who want something. gonna be knocking out your door and say, "Hey, why is he getting 300K and I'm not getting?" So that part, that's why I'm saying that part, we have to let the grown up do their job. Now, if they screw up, oh, by all means, we Liverpool fans.
Yeah, the Gahey stuff is, bro. We can't be.
Mm-hmm.
I'll quote Savage here. He didn't say it, but I can see Savage saying this. We can't support players and support the club and then get mad at the player for something we're in favor of because it's not in favor of our club. Like, everyone wants professional footballers to earn what they deserve. And when a man runs down his contract and is at the level of a Gahey, we actually want that for players. We don't want this club screwing over players and pigeonholing them into underpaying them.
No,
so we all want all footballers, whether your kids, grandkids become footballers, would want them to have the power to dictate their wage. Now, if they dictate a wage that our club can't support, we can't be mad at the club for not supporting that wage.
Exactly.
It's just,
I agree.
My man worked his way up. Yeah, my man worked his way up to be able to command a $300,000 a week wage, and our club is not at that level. Like, if you're mad at our club not being at that level, then that's a different conversation. But I can't be mad at them for not getting Gahey. Like I'm at the level now where I can't call females gold digger. Bro, female come at a cost and a price. Some of them cost you nothing. Beautiful.
Regardless. Yep.
You see what I'm trying to say? It costs you nothing. Others, they cost you a bag and a phantom. So if you can't bring a bag or a phantom, she's not a gold digger. She's just out of your price range.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Go find one that costs you nothing. But because some of them, they're gonna cost you 4 vacations a year.
Bro.
If you can't afford that, she's not a gold digger. She's just out of your salary cap.
Range. Yep.
Yeah, and Gahey put himself outside of our salary cap, and that's just what it is. Now, if Liverpool should be a big club with big salary cap, then that's between you and whoever dictates the salary cap.
Right. Yeah, with him, I don't get paid, Gahey. Just my club is not gonna get bankrupt for you to get paid. So with that part, I'm not too fussed about it. He's a good player that I would have loved at Liverpool, but hey, we were not in a good place to negotiate in the first place. When we were, we didn't get him. And then we gambled and waited. And then now he's coming in and say, you guys are not the same place. Yesterday's price is not today's price. So that's what happened. But right now, I think the club is in the good hands. I don't care what anybody says. Sometimes it's frustrating because we don't see it. Sometimes it takes a little bit too long. But right now, I'm just, like Zuberi said, trying to figure out who is going to be taking us to the next, because I think you're looking for that return on investment, man, because we're investing, like I said, we're investing time and energy into the club, and we want that return on investment. And let's be honest, let's call a spade a spade. The Liverpool stocks is down, not the actual stocks, but like as far as Liverpool is what it was with the shameless thing, bro, we're down right now. You know what I'm saying? And if we're down, we're just down. We've been down before. You know what I'm trying to say? We've been outside top 4 before. We came back. So whoever's in the top 4, Man United, you mother. Hey, let me not. Bro, listen. You see when your rivals sack their manager and start outperforming you, you're gonna look at your club like, yo, so we're just not gonna sack them also, so we can go up. Because I'm telling you right now, if Carrick, I think if Carrick beats, I think they're playing Tottenham. Yeah.
And we beat City, they will be within 3 points of City, I believe.
Yes.
That is not what you want, Man United, if you're not Liverpool in first place.
Nah.
Because if them man, Quasi, listen to this. You talk about the shameless perk.
Yeah.
If them man finish higher than City and get the right to say Manchester is red, with no trophy, they'll be saying that all season next year.
Yeah.
You see how low the shameless perk is, and we can't even grab it.
That's where a lot of people say the manager.
You see how low the shameless perk is, and we can't even grab it.
It's flipped so fast because just last year, Man U was about to get relegated.
And we won the league, huh?
And we won the league. And then all of a sudden it flipped. And what did they do? They fired their manager. And we are still out here dilly-dallying, like Uncle Albert would say.
Yeah, no, it's definitely listen, man. I saw an image. I think it's AI because I'm not even on the social because I'm ducking AI.
Mm-hmm.
And they show Carrick assistant coach or second coach or whatever they head coach or whatever they call my man. And my man has been next to Jose Mourinho and all of them and been winning. So he's like, he knows how to do a thing or two.
Mm-hmm.
He's like top assistant coach of all assistant coaches. Like there's no manager he wasn't next to that didn't really get some big honors.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, if Man United can keep up this run and Arsenal stumble 2 or 3 games or 2 draws and a loss,
man,
the last thing you want at the end of the season is Man United thinking they're in a title race. Did you hear what I just said?
Nah, they already think they are.
Oh, see,
They already
that shameless, bro. You see how that shameless perk works, and we can't even sniff it. Yeah, we can always chat shit, bro. We're Liverpool. We can always chat shit. We just can't. We now have to be respectful with what we say. You know what I'm trying to say?
I'm Liverpool. I'm not supposed to be respectful to them,
bro. We can't even tell the newly promoted team to shut up.
They beat us.
Do you see the damage to being respectful as Liverpool fans this season is?
We gotta get rid of this guy, man. He gotta go.
Yo, the promoted teams, we can't even tell the promoted fans to shut up.
We gotta get rid of this guy, man. I don't care. Edwards, you got 18 months. Edwards, Hughes, all of you guys and the manager all have the same contract left. So I want to see, man. FSG, well, go on. But anyways, we got to get out of here, man. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you for your insight, as always. Big out to Irishman. Thank you for being in the building. All my people's in the chat. Thank you, man. We appreciate you guys. Please get the likes up. Get the likes up. Go ahead.
I'm gonna have to run this back. Because I need to find that church analogy that I run.
When the deacon and the pastor.
Yeah, the church segment and pulling man to the side. Nah, that church segment might be up there with Drewski church segment still. But
Nilante is trying to start a fight, man. Nilante is trying to do a raid base.
I'm gonna ask you one question, bro.
Yeah.
Did you and Uncle Albert participate or know of anyone that participated in any activities on the motherland to help Liverpool to where we ascended to? Because if the answer is yes, we could be facing the backlash of that. Just wing 2 times. Yo, just wing 2 times if you did or know someone that did something. Because the karma from that, you know what I'm saying?
No, we did everything correct.
This could be the karma of what you men did down there on the motherland. You know what I'm saying?
No. Remember, we cleansed of the juju that was placed on us for 30 years. You know?
Because you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, if you know of anyone that did that for us to win the league with a new manager, because that seemed a bit out of that felt out of place. Like winning the league felt like a lot, bro. That went against football in nature, bro. So
true that say release the motherland files, man.
release the motherland files. But anyway, big up everyone in the chat. Big up yourself, Quasi. Just let me know. Let me know who did it so we can put it right.
We did the perfect. I would say perfect, but we were with the Almighty. Hallelujah, amen. Yeah, but the manager got to go. At this point, I don't care even if we keep the players, we don't buy anybody else. The manager has to go. That is the problem. Shoot, I will keep Salah 1 more year if the manager has to go. This is crazy. But big up to the kennel. Big up to people in the chat. Thank you for coming through. We appreciate you. Please get the likes up. Already seen that 2 people don't like what we say, but hey, thank you for reacting anyway. Big up yourself. Quincy Bold. Peace.